Alright, greetings and salutations, mother truckers. It's time once again for another road lease taken video. These next couple are actually not really fair. They probably shouldn't be considered the road lease taken. I do tend to do these quests pretty often. I do really enjoy them. So I feel like I know them fairly well. But, I don't know, they just didn't get recorded in the first go through. So, this is where they're at. So anyway, we're doing Diplomatic Impunity. This is a quest that I actually really enjoy for a lot of reasons. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of this quest is there's lots of running back and forth and back. So it's actually almost better, or you're incentivized to either solo the quest or wait for people to come in after a certain point.
Along the ridge line, high above
yeah,
is a line of bamboo fencing.
It's an interesting quest. There's a lot of interesting bits and pieces. The first and the most important part of this quest is you see these plants, and you see how there's like a ring of dirt around the plants. If you avoid the ring of dirt, monsters do not spawn. Specifically scorpions in this case. They're not only going to spawn at this around these plants, but any place there's like that color of soil, you can get yourself in a situation where they're gonna spawn the monsters. So like here, for example, there's that collectible over there, which I believe we can still get. If we go way over
you
this
hear a
way.
guttural voice calling for death to intruders.
You can pick it up without touching the... Oh! Then I ran right into this plant. See if there's anybody spawned here. It doesn't look like it. Looks like we're good. The soil was not the right color, which is all I was looking for. Alright, now we've got some wild mans. I guess these are vine thrasher warriors. Here's another one of those plants. Avoid it. Now this one, on the other hand, is pretty much impossible to actually get your hands on without going through there. So we're gonna go way up and around. Remember, there are no circles in DDO. Everything is a square, regardless of what it looks like. Oh, well, never mind. I guess we're getting this collectible because I didn't quite make it. Guess it's a little bit of a win-lose, right? Collectible for us, but also jade scorpions, also jungle scorpions for us. A little bit. All right. Speaking of which, I'm using a fireball rune arm here, just because I don't have to click on the doors to do the things. To our cold rune arm for a minute. I want the option to freeze this guy. I suppose also we should be switching back to our cold. Let's also switch our Eldritch Knight Blast back to, or damage back to cold.
The cavern ahead reeks of feline occupation. This must be where the panthers make their den.
We went kind of, for this build, for those of you interested, we went kind of deep on the idea of using the Quarantine as our primary rune arm after level 14. Don't know if it's working out exactly, but I feel like it's been totally fine. For those of you who don't know that the tripped, nasty. Quarantine has a 15% chance of freezing the monster when you fire its rune arm shot at it. Part of the reason I like it so much. There's one. Are dual crossbows a feat, or does it require a specific class? Neither of those things. It's actually part of the Inquisitive tree, which you can get for free by doing a run through the Sharn quests on Elite. So it's whatever Sharn favor. Unfortunately, that since it's favor based, it resets every life, and it's only per character. Or you can buy it. I think it's like $5 in DDO points to get it. But it's a universal tree, and the first tier up here is called Dual Shooter. So when you're using a light or heavy non-repeating crossbow, you instead get 2 hand crossbows that kind of clone. So that's where that comes from. Alright, we'll just use this.
The jungle canopy.
I don't think it's $8. I'm pretty sure it's 400
From
points.
the southwest comes the tang of salty sea air.
And if you get the points at, I don't know, I always think of the points as a penny a point.
As the salty tang in the air
Or
grows
more
stronger,
honestly, I think
you
about
notice a
the
bamboo
points as
bridge
like
crossing the ravine.
a little over
Perhaps it leads back
1,200 of them a
towards
life,
Henry's camp.
give or take. That's true. If you have to buy the minimum, then...
The presence of the Droam soldiers
Yeah.
and siege machines is
Alright, so this is one of the places that you know how I kind of mentioned that you either want to solo the quest or have people standing outside or whatever, or make sure that, otherwise you gotta herd cats to make sure everyone gets down here. So you cannot carry on this story until the entire party is gathered here, as well as a couple other points in the quest we'll talk about. But this is one of the first ones. So if you have one person screwing around or is lost or whatever, you've got to herd those cats back here to be able to move on. You dropped $8 for the giant collectibles bag, but you needed it. Ah, I'm with you. I have the big collectibles bag and the big green bag as well.
The armor
sure,
and
anyway.
weapons of these dead creatures matches the ones on the
Huge
beach.
gargantuan. I guess I don't have the
Scouting party,
big collectible
and their
bag.
hostile reaction to
huge
your
collectible
presence
bag.
supports Yolivian's invasion theory.
But yeah, I'm a collectible nut too. No harm there for sure. What? Oh. Alright, if you're doing this quest on
Droam scouting party has been
a
destroyed.
difficulty less than
There must be many
Reaper,
parties of Droam soldiers spread
and you get
throughout
lucky,
the
oh,
jungle.
let's avoid that plant. And you get lucky, you can actually invis through large portions of this quest, and basically you can get the what is it called? The peaceful bonus or whatever it is. You do have to kill several minions through the end in the infight, but if you basically only kill those monsters there actually in the infight, you can get this devious bonus. That's what it's called, which is pretty good actually. In Repromote, I wouldn't bother, but
A
in
sturdy
less than
bamboo
Repromoted,
fence stands several
can be
yards
quite
off.
fast experience. Alright, so
Guarding
here,
solitary vine
I always
thrush
like to
wild.
just hit all the diplomacy
With any
buttons.
luck, the guard did not hear the fate of his compatriots.
I know that there's a way that you can engage like a champion only, but I don't do that. And also, this village is like majority of the breakables. Ooh, a drow shoot, nice. But I'm not really a big breakables guy. Alright, so you go into the middle of this little jungle here, you'll find this dude here, and then again, I just like hitting all the diplomacy buttons. I don't want to have to stop and do extra fighting. I don't want to have to, even if there, is kind of a sweet chest. I just don't want to deal with it. You can run down from here. I'm gonna go ahead and take Detour. It'll just save me a minute or so, and we'll be walking back anyway, so. Alright, the entire party doesn't have to go here, just one person. So ideally, right, in a perfect world, if someone was standing outside and you ran through the quest really quickly, you could be on your way to the monkey village and they could step in, advance the quest, run through the monkey village, and the quest can be done pretty quickly, right? In a perfect, ideal world. However, we don't always live in that perfect, ideal world, so sometimes you end up having to end up waiting for people or whatever other oh, I missed a fungus? Oh, that's not going to happen.
Pond scum and fungi float along the top of this polluted pond.
I don't know if I been back here before. Intriguing. There's our mischief bonus. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take whatever bonus experience I can get my hands on. All about it. Alright, we got 2 minutes left on our death ward, but that's okay because we're going to have to summon our helper man to us anyway here pretty soon. So we're actually running into another one of those checkpoints where you have to gather the entire party. Yeah, let's go ahead and rebuff the rest of our stuff too. Guess we've been in this quest a minute, huh? You never think about how much longer a quest takes when you aren't zerging through it at breakneck speed. So this is another gather the party choke point. Like I said, there's at least those two in particular that are kind of troublesome. All these monsters, for the record, will leash in the event that you are quick enough and crazy enough that you're okay with like red alerting through the hallway, but they will leash very quickly. I like to go ahead and pick up whatever I can, specifically the casters. Don't want people and any champs, obviously. Guess I missed that one. Start with this caster. This is where people are like, but Samius, you said they would leash. They will leash right around the corner up here. And I guess leash isn't even the right word. They'll get called off by the plot. So an attempt to demonstrate here. Bring a couple of guys right there.
A rough voice barks out.
So if you can get to that area of the quest, all these guys will break off.
The war captain wishes to parley with the intruders.
He's gonna parlay with me. We're parlaying. Alright. So again, we're gonna check all our buffs. Everything looks pretty good to me. We're gonna take note of this room. We have a caster over here. We have a caster over here. So when stuff goes down, this is where we're gonna go to work. We're gonna clean up the trash. Then we're gonna slowly beat on this guy. We don't want to kill him. We just want to wound him real bad. Alright. Unfortunately, apparently I wasn't facing that control panel. Oh, he got us. I was staying. Oh, Durham's in deadly danger. Hey, Durham, why don't you heal yourself there, guy? Because I need you to eventually heal me there. So if you just kind of like move back and forth a little bit, in my experience, you'll eventually get those trap boxes pretty easily. There's like a jump trick that you can use to, if you have to search, like jump and search in. I'm the Inquisitive, I really don't have to do that. Alright. Looks like we got all the guards cleaned up. Now we're just going to try to get these traps down to unlock our full trap bonus. Oh, come on there, guy. Alright, let's move away a little bit, give us another handful of seconds here. Oh. Boy, you're about to just get shot. Kiss my boo-boos. Run all the way around. This is right on us again. So we got it. Alright, that should be our full bonus. So now, 50 monsters. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get any of these specials. We'll just keep healing right out of existence and finish the quest. Alright, so there we go. 22,500 experience. Since we did, we killed off his guard, we get this chest before we finished him. The rest of the time we always get these 3 quests here. There are some named items that can come from this. Most of them are, they're okay. They're really good if you have no gear, in my experience, but once you have a little bit of gear, they quickly outpace themselves. But, here's one. But, however, all of them except for the fireball ones can go into your sentient gem, I believe.
I wonder what you'll pick. So many choices.
And just for those of you who may know, this sentient gem is mostly charged just from doing TR lives. So don't think that you guys can't, with a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, get yourself a nice big sentient gem for later. Alright everybody, well that was Diplomatic Impunity. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, follow buttons. I really do appreciate it. And if you learned anything or if you have any questions, feel free to use that checkbox. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Doodles.